So the producers thought it would be a good idea for us to have another.
Yes, and they announced that they had one ticket for a Champions League football match to be played between AC Milan and a Belgian team called Anderlecht down at the San Siro Stadium here near Milan. And the first of us to get there could have it.
The start would be here at Wembley Stadium in Wembley. And as usual, James and I would be on public transport, buses, trains and tubes.
And as usual, Jeremy would be making the 800-mile journey by car, except obviously for the channel which he would have to cross by boat.
That's why I'm so scared about the challenge which has been set for me today, because I have to drive that car all the way from here on the outskirts of Sheffield to a pigeon loft here in Rotherham. That is a distance of 14 miles.
Yeah, now it's unlikely to be here because everyone does 5. It's not going to be here because everyone's on drugs. That's all just full of ox. Al Gore says that's gone, so it's not going to be down there. That's full of spiders. Signposts here are all full of gibberish. They're all communists. Can't go there because the Americans will shoot you.
No!
Yes.
No,
What?
thank you. All right, obviously we did discuss this at length and we eventually decided that the best driving road in the world was probably somewhere in continental Europe, specifically around here, the Alps.
You see it says here, source du Nil.
Yes.
Source of the Nile. That's Joanna Lumley's, and that's the furthest the water has to flow down a very wiggly river, yes?
Yes.
This one is in Burundi, yes? And this is the furthest the crow flies from the exit of the Nile, OK?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe they're both wrong.
Right.
Where is the exit of the Nile?
Alexandria, which you can see on... Yes.
There, OK? So their rivers flow through Lake Victoria and then go there into another sea, inland sea, effectively. The Mediterranean isn't even tidal, just like Lake Victoria. The actual exit of the Nile is Gibraltar, because that's where it goes into the ocean. The ocean is here. Their sources are both to the west of Lake Victoria, which are close. We're looking for a river on the east side of Lake Victoria. Do you see what I mean?
Because it's further...
Yes. That's further from Gibraltar.
So if there was
and
one down
I
there...
have found it. Gentlemen, the actual source of the Nile is around there, southeast of Lake Victoria. That's as far from Gibraltar as you can get. You follow a river called the Grumeti, or it's a tributary of the Grumeti, which I've just traced back. I can't work out exactly where it is, but it's about here. That's the furthest as the crow flies, and it's the furthest the water flows. We are here. We've got to go here, Ushuaia, southernmost city in the world, and so on, yeah? Now, this is the road. Look, it's tarmac, gravel, ferry on to Tierra del Fuego, back into Argentina, and then all the way to there, yeah? Now, I think we've already proved the Porsche can handle anything that Patagonia throws at it.
Well, wait a minute. We haven't, have we? I mean, we've proven the opposite.
But according to the electric map, I go right. Show me.
Hammond, this is where we began. We're heading for here, or up here, around here. So where do you think we are then on this road? No. We're here. You know that fork when we left Rangoon and James went left? All of yesterday we drove up here. What was it, 14, 15 hours?
Yeah, but...
You're on the way to Bangladesh. There is Halong.
Yeah?
There is Hanoi.
Well, we're miles away.
You have to go along there. It's a day's ride. We are in Erbil here. Bethlehem's there. So, first things first, you would agree, we've got to get out of Iraq as quickly as possible. Now, the nearest border is Turkey, but there's no road up there. So, if we go into Iran...
Hang on, Bethlehem's over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's the way we want to go.
Yes, through places like Mosul and Baghdad, perhaps. Have you ever seen a television programme called The News?
I'm aware of it.
Trust me, Mosul is properly dangerous.
That's the town, then.
Moron.
And that's the start.
We're here.
It says map not to scale.
There's a surprise. This has been drawn by E.H. Shepherd. Look, rather boggy and sad.
Deep river of despair.
Floody place.
Lots of trees.
Wibbly-wobbly bridge, very big crack.
Well, that's not very useful, is it?
Well, we've got to go northeast, haven't we?
How far is that?
Well, we don't know. It says hundreds of miles.
Yes, but,
Oh, yeah, but
first,
What?
all we need to do is assemble this lot into a car.
We're going to find out whether it's faster to fly or drive from here to the Canadian border.
Fly.
Oh, well, no, you say that, but if you look on a map, OK, you, because you're not using a car, will have to go from here in Central Park, OK, on a train to JFK, then fly to Buffalo, and then use a bus to get to the finish line at the Niagara Falls, where I'll be waiting for you.
You won't be waiting for me.
Well, this thing does 216 miles an hour.
Yes, I know, but where between there and there are you going to do 216 miles an hour?
Yes, but you've got to spend 2 hours at JFK being touched inappropriately and giving them your toothpaste.
Hang on a minute.
What?
Hang on.
What?
Which way did you go back there?
You said right.
I said left,
No,
didn't I?
you didn't, James. You said right.
Before setting off, we consulted a map to see where we were going.
Right, so that's the UK. We're here, and we've got to get to here.
Well, that doesn't look like too much of a challenge.
Anyway, listen, let's not get bogged down with your prejudices, because the challenge is actually quite simple. We are here, yes, near Siem Reap in the north of Cambodia. And we've got to use all these waterways, well, all of them, we've got to find a path through them, to Vung Tau, which is at the bottom of the Mekong Delta in Vietnam.
Hello. Here's what we've got in store. A race starting here, where we are now on the western seaboard, right across Japan, that's 400 miles, to a mountain here at Moko... A mount? There.
Yeah, where there is a statue to the Buddha of road safety.
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to be using the most efficient public transport network in the world.
And most of the time, we're going to be on the 200-mile-an-hour bullet train.
Which is here in Switzerland, and that is 750 miles from the light switch.
And here's the tricky bit. They said we could only use 1 tank of fuel. We could fill our cars in Basel, but then the tanks would be sealed.
I thought it was a stupid idea. 750 miles on a tank. That's 750 miles of careful driving. The skiing season has just begun, so round about now, thousands of people will be thinking, what's the best way of getting to the Alps? Obviously, a car is cheaper and more practical, but a plane is faster. Or is it?
You see, he reckoned that he could drive a car from our studio here in Guildford to here, Verbier, in Switzerland. That's a car faster than James and I could get there on a plane.
And we would be racing from Alba, which is here, just south of Turin in northern Italy, to a restaurant on top of the NatWest Tower here in London. Now sit back, because this is a good one. And to prove the point, I organised an epic race. This was the route. We were going to meet at 8 o'clock in the morning here at the studio in the middle of Surrey, and then we would race to the south of France, OK? Now, they would be on one of their very fast trains, and I would be in a very fast car.